Have you ever seen a presentation that was so lifeless, had no visual power, so you don't remember a thing? Conversely, have you ever seen a presentation that had so much visual stimulation and whistles and bells that you don't remember a thing? Well, both of these are symptoms of lack of visual power. And so we're going to talk about visual power in this session. And this is important because with visual power, you can really help attract your audience's attention, help them understand, and help them remember what you're saying. Let's jump on into it. First, give me your email. That's always confidential, but I need to know where to send you your content. Then we're looking at deliver your passion. We're looking at visual aids. And put your name here, but if you don't want somebody to see your name, use an alias. Got an avatar? Use that. You're looking at visual power and deliver your passion. Now, why is visual power so important? Well, like I said, visual power really helps attract your audience's attention so they will understand and remember your message. And that's really what you're doing. It's not your message, but it will help them remember your message. So what do we want to do? Well, and in this session, I'm going to give you some exercises where you are to go out and look at other presentations. This means go to SlideShare on LinkedIn, search PowerPoint presentations, even search webinars on YouTube, so you can watch and see what they do, what works, what doesn't work. And make sure when you're watching it's a speech or a presentation, because there's a big difference between teaching with PowerPoint with lots of words and sentences and ideas versus presenting with PowerPoint. Keep that in mind. So some of those webinars are very, very heavy content laden with words and words and words in their PowerPoints because they're teaching, and you're not teaching in a presentation. Looking at your assignments or your exercises, what you want to do is go out and look for high contrast visuals, meaning the very dark words, very white background, or in an image the person really stands out and very clear, or whatever's the focus of that image is very clear. You don't have to look and find what it is. Also, over the next 2 days, look for bright colors in slides. What do we mean? Bright colors for graphics and designs and images and pictures. These really stand out, and they help attract your audience's attention so they understand and remember your message. And keep that in mind. So go look at, search for and look at infographics. These are great ways to attract an audience so they understand and remember your message. Well, they work in the outside of the presentation room, so why not get some ideas from those infographics and put them into your visuals? And next, how many words do you want to put in a slide? Well, my go-to is 21 words per slide. This doesn't include the title, but the title is generally 2 words for me. So what you want is about 3 lines of type and 7 words per line on average. Sometimes there's 4, sometimes there's 2 lines, but sometimes there's 6 words, sometimes there's 8 words. But shoot for 7 times 3, because this is just enough to attract your audience attention so they understand and remember. That's all you want them to do, because the focus is the speech. Also, you want to use a large font. Make it big. make it big enough, because you've only got 21 words on that slide. So use a font large enough so everyone can see it, even if they're getting old like me, so they can still see it there on the screen. Number 6, use objects. A speech is not a slideshow. Your speech is not a slideshow. Okay? It's not a PowerPoint presentation. In my public speaking class, I keep telling my students, hey, it's a public speaking class, not a PowerPoint class. So if you don't have a PowerPoint, but if you focus only on the PowerPoint, that's not good. And objects, real things, get it off of the wall, get it into that room where you can actually demonstrate or show someone something. It's a really powerful impact for them, the audience members, and for you, because it helps you clarify and personalize your speech, get it off that wall. Number 7, avoid these visual mistakes. There are 4 visual mistakes. One is too many words. Like I said, that goes back up to 3 sentences and 7 words. And the second one is reading the slide to the audience. Like, they can read, right? And so you don't want to do that in a speech. I'm teaching here, and I'm doing a little bit of that. I probably shouldn't even do that. Then the last 2 are like brother and sister. One is dark letters on a dark background. You can't see anything. Or light letters on a light background. You can't see anything. So make sure your audience can see what you mean. So, the next 2 days, your assignment, or your exercises, will be to go look for these mistakes, or look for good examples of high contrast, bright colors, steal some ideas from infographics. And yes, I mean steal. They have ideas, but if it's on your content and you've changed it, use the design idea and put your content in there, and boom, you got a new idea, right? And create slides with only 21 words on them. Use a large font and use an object to make sure that your speech is a presentation, not a slide deck or a PowerPoint show. And avoid those 4 visual mistakes of too many words, reading the slide, really dark letters on a dark background, or light letters on a light background. And do these for the next 2 days, and you will, again, be surprised at what you start to notice, and then apply this for your presentations in your signature speech. Let me conclude now. In this session, we've talked about visual power. We've talked about using high contrast and bright colors, getting ideas from infographics, limiting the words to 3 sentences and 7 words per slide, using a large font so everyone can see it, and using objects to get your speech back to a speech and not a PowerPoint presentation, and avoiding those mistakes. This is important because it really can help attract your audience so they understand and remember what you're talking about in your presentation. So use power visuals. Help your audience understand and remember.